Okay. Um, First of all, I want to start by saying thank you, God. And this is something I'm going to say as much as I can. Uh, but it's not easy to deal with what's happening to you as a target individual because you're no longer living life as you would have lived life if you're yourself. You're no longer yourself. You're literally being changed on a daily basis, psychologically, obviously, physically, because of what they do to your body, into your organs. It's so hard to function. There's times where they control my energy, like they can minimize the energy or bring it back up. They can do so much. You're truly a test subject. You are just a guinea pig to this program. And I understood that this was all about that. After I started listening to the different target individual testimonies, once I understood what this was about, I was like, it seems like that's what it's all about. We are just truly guinea pigs, and this effort in this amount of dedication focused on one target individual is because we're guinea pigs, we're human guinea pigs, and they're going to maximize a guinea pig that is a human. They're going to maximize all the things they can get out of it as a human subject. That's why there's so much dedication and involvement and resources. That's why so many people are willing to compromise themselves because the technology that they use onto us is not is like I said, I know the Department of Defense has limitless amount of resources and financing. Sorry, not finance, but financial aspect of things. We talk about the DoD. There's no entity that has as much financial resources. But at the same time, we're talking about technology that can do so much to you. I've made videos a while ago talking about how like control, predictability, manipulations, and basically you have people who have no idea what's going to happen to you, to no idea what's going to happen to them. I should say, have no idea what's going to come to them. Like they live day by day, or live like just planning for the best, right? Or planning and hope for the best, and living life because life is unpredictable, and their life is unpredictable. So some more than others. But when it comes to you as a target individual, because you're a target individual, your whole life is orchestrated, manipulated, controlled. So you can hear somebody who has no idea what's going to happen to them within the next 3 hours, but can tell you tomorrow at 3 o'clock, this is what's going to happen, right? And so I can understand why somebody would love that. You understand, like especially somebody who has limited amount of control of their life. So the more I can just imagine somebody like, oh my gosh, I can't even control my life. I can, oh my god, like I would love this. And so I can see that being like one of the biggest incentive, more than even financial aspect of the incentive. Like some loser kind of individual, not even loser, but anybody, just have the ability to feel like a god. When I listen to these people interacting with me, they sound like children. I gotta say, there's a lot of childlike individual involved in this, which is, it makes sense. At first, I was like, why is the use even child? It's because you have to you have to be a character for a while for me to accept this, right? You are supposed to make me believe, and it takes a lot of clowning, a lot of character, a lot of gimmickiness to try to make somebody at this point who's validated to a level that is unbelievable, that he's no longer himself, he's just being manipulated and controlled in disgusting ways to torment him. So the childlike-minded person, he or they're gonna love it. It's like, they start talking like they're like so bored because it's so obvious it's still you, like a child. They even, like, listen, I saw one of this person talking to me from afar. I could hear them, but I wouldn't be able to hear them if it was not via V2K. So, and I remember I saw this person was walking and then stopped, and start making her face like that, start talking like you're gonna die, and they have this weird tone, like a child trying to be like, you're gonna die now. I was like, let's look at you. And this is what it sounds like via voice to skull, right? You can hear them trying to sound a certain way, right? For example, I wake up this morning and like, no, it's you. As in, what I'm experiencing is just me. I'm not being manipulated. It's like it's you. You were, or some whatever repetitive things they like to say. And you know that she like going to that character when she wants to sound like cold and like, no, it's so you. And this is not only childlike-minded people. You see even grown-ass women doing that, talking like that. It's like, I remember I was at work. I could see somebody talking to me. And she's just like looking at me. I'll go around and I talk to somebody next to her, and I said something that I just wanted her to understand that you remember what you said, right? And I ask her, and you can see her feel uncomfortable, like don't even know what to do. It's like, look at you. But at the end of the day, I want to thank God that I did not get the opportunity or the option to do what they do. Because I couldn't imagine living my life being a character and making myself sound like that, you're gonna die. And then working day in and day out to make somebody experience this. Because their life is, they have a life too. They will die. Death is coming to all of us. We all will die. So whatever chunk of time they dedicate to doing these things, it's not coming back to them. So you live life, spending X amount of time making somebody experience this, or try to make them accept these things, to rewire his brain or her brain. My friend, I will never want to trade places with this low life. Never. You know who I want to trade places with? The people who are living life. Not trying to manipulate people or make people experience disgusting reaction. I don't want to be a god. You're not even a god. You're just a low life. The governmental entities are the gods that contracted you. They're your gods. And those gods have issues that you know of very well. You're just a bottom feeder who got trapped, not understanding what it means. Forever, this will always be following you. These people will never move on from what they involved in. Never. It will never get off of them. Never. I can die. Decades can come. They will never move on from this. Never. Coward low life. And the more they involve themselves, the more blood they have. Oof, man, for them, I think it's just a waiting time to when this thing's gonna come back to me. Me, I expect the worst. I'm a target individual. What you expect? Me is accepting. Listen, the government is using you as a test subject. They will try to get the most misery out of you because this is what this pattern has been shown. They torture people in horrible ways. Many have killed themselves as a way to free themselves. Many or multiple individuals have killed to free themselves, meaning they've killed in hope that the cop shoot them to death. They did mass shootings specifically to die. They didn't go to just kill just to no, they went to hoping that somebody is going to kill them. Well, this trash are some bottom feeders just hiding somewhere. Not even hiding. They don't need bravery. This technology is specifically created to do things to people remotely. It doesn't need people to be brave. This is why this is created. It needs people involved in this to just have the time to do these things. Bravery is not requested. Matter of fact, it's probably prefer not to have any. You probably be the best at this if you have the lowest amount of bravery and self-respect. This is probably the ideal individuals for this program. This is probably like what is perfect for a perfect candidate to be involved in this. because you will witness horrible things, and you will be the driver of these things that happens, or you'll be involved in driving that to happen. You will drive somebody to lose his mind and maybe kill somebody, and you'll be watching in the safe, most comfortable ways. Matter of fact, just invest in some good sweatpants and some good PJs. That's the kind of war you're in. For example, I see the next door neighbor. I saw this trash. They have to dress comfortably because most of the time they're gonna sit there, watch me, and do things to me, or it's gonna be things where they don't need to be very physically active. So I see this grown woman. She's wearing PJs. It's like 5 p.m. She's dressed in a way that's comfortable, like somebody who's gonna stay at home. Big T-shirt. I'm like, this all day she's been watching me slowly die. But the truth is, that's how you're supposed to be dressed, because this is what they have to do. What's the just dress comfortably and watch me slowly die, and manipulate my brain and make me accept these manipulations? That's so disturbing. Yesterday it was so like, listen, they do anything. I feel so uncomfortable in my body. I don't even want to put any pressure. Even when I sleep, I used to love to sleep on my stomach. I don't do that anymore, because my stomach, that means that I'm gonna put pressure on my private area on the bed, and they can do nastiness. I have this comfortable way of sleeping, right? First of all, I don't, put my hands anywhere on my private area, just like even when I'm trying to be comfortable. But I have this thing where it's like I like to put my arm between my legs like that, and just like, and as I was doing that, I opened something, and there was like a baby being washed, or something like that. Very wholesome thing. It's just nasty. And immediately, because my arm is close to my private, it's not contacting my private, but it's just close to it. This time, like, making me feel like a weird feeling, and almost felt like there was pressure there. It's so nasty. They are truly conditioning the brain to equate children with sex. They are truly trying to make me compare, like, mix these things together. They are conditioning my brain in these ways to connect these things together. It's so nasty. Baby, think about it, to try to force me to get stimulations, always is training the brain, restructuring the brain in these disgusting pedophilia ways. It's disgusting, disturbing. They live in this disgusting way of living, where one of the tools to torment the target individual is pedophilia. Which, if you really think about it, it would make sense that, okay, how can we psychologically break down a target individual? Pedophilia. It's disgusting. One thing they will try to do at the same time is like, oh, we just saw that. Just not only that you're experiencing that, but then make it seem like, oh, everybody just saw that and see, oh, it's you. They try to do that thing. But at that point, I'm like, I know that you guys do that to people, and that's the nasty things you force people to experience. The reason why they make this noise campaign is like, oh, to add the stress. Not only you experience this thing, but we just saw you experience that. So now I don't even care when they slam the door, they do all that. Like, that's the nasty things you do to push me into insanity. And they try to have this rationality, try to make me think, no, but that's how you felt when you were trashy, retard. They force people like to experience these things, and it will make sense that this will be something that torment people, because that's what they want to do. They are using your brain as a weapon, and so they will make you experience thoughts that are disgusting, because it is, at the end of the day, we are test subject to some kind of cognitive weapon. At least unto us, it can be definitely beneficial. In the future, it will be done to think in, it'll be probably done for a positive aspect. But right now, the Department of Defense is running this program, and so you understand it's used as a weapon, meaning that we're going to force your brain to experience this. We're going to alter your brain in a negative way, in a disgusting way, in this tormenting way, and we want you to push you, and we want to push you to suicide. We want you to lose your mind to the point where you want to do something harmful. We want to drive you to your own death using the brain that you have and manipulating your brain in disgusting ways. That's why this is a government program, and they're using us as test subject for these weapons at this point. But it doesn't have to be a weapon. It is a weapon unto us test subjects. And their job is to get you to accept this nastiness that is experienced. And they do whatever they need to. They go through their little scripts. They repeat, not pain doesn't do. These people manipulate the brains in disgusting ways. They try to make you believe that this psyop, now you pay for it. These people do that to not only men, not only women, but test subjects consist of children. So you understand, this is to be able to weaponize the brain of every individual, including a child. So you know they torture children. Which just shows how disgusting slow life are. So they're not only forcing men and women to have disgusting reaction toward children and train their brain to think like that, but they actually torture children too. They are the lowest of the low. That's what I'm saying. What you have to do when you're in this program, you just have to diminish your self-respect. You have to create a character. You have to make yourself believe something else. These people have sold their soul to pedophiles and their children. When I say that, it's because this Department of Defense is filled with pedophiles. And they use this pedophilia type of torture to torment you. For me right now, as they do the pedophilia type of torture, they like to say, now you pay for what you did as a kid. Trash you. First of all, they have to exaggerate what I did as a child. And they make me think that's how I experienced, that's how I thought when I was a child. That's the way they can manipulate your brain. This is a game to them. Memory manipulation is also utilized to get you to accept what you're experiencing today. And remember, they torture children. So you have people who are literally involved in a program that do horrible things to children. Horrible things to children. I mean, this technology that is a weapon can make you feel like you're being burned. They can give you rashes. They can destroy your organs. Do you think that they don't do that to children? Even if you didn't hear this testimony, you'll be like, okay, they do that to men and women, okay. They most likely do to children. And you're right, they do. Because even testimonials have shown that they do that to a whole family, infants, 3-week-old. So you have people involved in a program that tortured some of the most vulnerable people. Try to maintain this character, making you think about children in a sexual way. Day in and day out, they condition your brain in this way. Like literally, they want you to no longer not see a child and not, like they want you to, they try to flip things around. They want you to be, never be able to look at a child without getting some kind of sexual reaction. That is what they do. It is disgusting. And for me, what they try to say, no, what we do is like, we make your brain be like the brain of you when you were a child. Remember what you, trash, nasty. This is the life they're dedicating their time to. Which I for me, I'm like, because I don't care for them. Truly, I don't. I'm like, please do. Please continue to live this life. Watch how it comes back to you. With me making videos, obviously, there's nothing going to change, but I'm not going to let them escape. For me to let them know that, do you think I would want to trade place and live a life where I'm dedicating my time to make people think of children in a sexual way and stimulate them and create conditioning them and force them to have reactions every time they see. Matter of fact, I dedicate time. I calculate and orchestrate the time when you're going to see a child and get sexual stimulation. Have some kind of thoughts. Get stimulated. This is my life, and this is what I'm dedicating this next, let's just say 3 months, 6 months, to make sure that when you see a child, you're going to have sexual stimulation. That's all. And that this is my war. My war is to make you think about children and make you have sexual reaction to them. That's my war. This is my dedication for the next 3 months. That's my dedication for my next 6 months. I want you to see a baby, you're going to get stimulation. This is on me for the rest of my life. Once you die, I'm going to move on. What? Trash ass. In my head, to counter that, they try number billion. Stupidity. But they are dedicated, as you can hear the noise campaign, try to dedicating their time and their life to ensure that me, as an individual, no longer able to see a child without getting some kind of reaction that is sexual. That is their life. Do you understand? Death comes to all of us. I know my death is gonna be horrible, but I can tell you that there's no way I want to trade place with anybody involved in this and die this soft death that they're gonna have. All I ask is God give me strength for all these manipulations and dealing with and I have to thank God in advance, because not even in advance, thank God for giving me the strength to see things for what they are, be able to articulate what's happening and see things for what they are. And the level of patheticness that these people have to stoop to gaslight me into these nonsensical ways of thinking, to try to rationalize the way they force me to get sexual stimulations, sensations of all sorts toward children, which they make me have dreams about. It's just ridiculous. My memory manipulation in order to make me accept this notion of self that they've created. I'll never let them live their fantasy. So to all my target individual, be thankful to God that you are not living this low life that they live. There's no way that I would want to trade places with somebody who dedicated their life this way. And I understand, they feel empowered. They feel empowered. They have no control of what's going to happen to them, but have the ability to see and orchestrate everything that's going to happen to me. They feel the empowerment, and this is truly signs of weakness too. Truly sign of what a weak individual would do. A weak low life don't even want to be seen, but that's their job. But to me, I'm just thankful, and I'm listening to these people talking to me via V2K, trying to agitate me. That's the job. Can you imagine, like, oh, ha, 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 no, shut up. I'm like, listen, imagine this individual doing that. That's my life. I'm just thankful for it. Thankful that I never had to live this life. I know that if I was immersed in that world, I'll think that's normal too. I'll be, oh, shut up, oh, shut up. They're gonna rape you. Target individual, stay strong.